He literally sounds just like J. Cole. But what I would only tell him is I would stay in that lane. There's nothing wrong with, hey, I sound just like J. Cole because nobody else sounds like J. Cole. I'd rather sit here and say I'm in the box of sounding like J. Cole than me sitting here saying, hey, I'm in the box and now I sound like Gunna, or I sound like Lil Baby, or I sound like Young Thug, a bunch of other rappers that everybody else already sound like. So I feel like that's a lane that you can be okay with where it doesn't matter because it's not oversaturated. Like it sound like a breath of fresh air. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I almost got to give T.I. like a round of applause just off the strength of. You think of how many rappers, kids that want to rap. He to right now, if we compare, like I'm talking about kid, like rappers who like your father is a popular rapper and you are a kid of that popular rapper. No, they don't sound like he sounds. Like they sound like people don't even acknowledge them, pay attention to them. And I've been seeing a lot of people recently kind of like resharing and stuff. Like I even got hip to that song or whatever that video was because I seen girls like resharing and I'm like, dang, he jolly sound all right.
I heard it before. That's why I was just like, nah, he don't sound like J. Cole, but he don't sound like his daddy. That's for sure. And he don't sound like do it sound like a down south rapper?
Nah, but J. Cole don't even sound like a down south rapper. And realistically, J. Cole is a down south rapper, but he don't sound like he from down south. Like he is from North Carolina. But I mean, I think some people just, I mean, no disrespect, I guess, to the South. I guess it's just the South has such a Southern draw. And you can't never say disrespect to the South because I mean that's just their thing. That's
I
just
think
how
they got
sound.
too many different sounds because it's like Atlanta, Florida sound. You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody in the South have their own sound, but you can tell like when you listen to somebody from the South, you know that they from the South. Like they just sound like even with Glow, with the junk like that, yeah, Glow and all that. It's the Cubans on Cubans. Like it's just the whole. The accent is what really sell it. Like that's what make it even just more catchier, and that's why people just really kind of gravitate to it. And then shout out to Glow because she had the NBA in the chokehold last week, especially from LeBron, the AD, the Lakers. Like she was at the Lakers game. Who did they play that night? I can't remember who they played.
The last game of the season.
Nah, because LeBron didn't play in the last game. He played the game before. I can't remember off the top of my head who they played.
That was the last one.
No, the last game of the season was against the Jazz for the Lakers, but I can't remember who. He didn't play in that game. Who did they play? I can't remember who they played the night before. But anyway, shout outs to Glow. She definitely got her one with that one. Like that song really kind of just got like some crazy legs. And the crazy thing is, where I guess where you can kind of tie this into, because something I want to talk about, where everybody kind of be like in their own bubble, where you feel like certain people not important or they need your help. Because I was watching the Academics joint yesterday when I was in the gym, and he was just talking about just how like I guess the beef between Kai and Joe, where he was kind of saying like, and he was trying to be, of course, like most politically correct as he possibly could, because of course Joe his man. So he was kind of saying like a lot of the music industry and the labels are taking all of their artists to go sit down with the Aiden Rosses and the Kais, and he was basically sitting here saying like how he knows sometimes like people avoid him, like he basically saying like he can tell that Glow got a good rollout, but her label just know for a fact that he wasn't gonna mess with her, so they didn't even like send it his way. But I think sometimes it's like
Kai or
Academics. Mm-hmm. But then I'm just like, but the sad thing is sometimes you can get caught in your bubble where you feel like your validation or your stamp is it, because it's just not. I think everybody gets, like, even when we were talking about it last week, we were talking about the Joe Rogan and the Shade Room thing. I think everybody kind of feel like, hey, my box is the end all be all, and realistically it's not, because looking for Glow, like, I don't mean that LeBron James thing would do way more for one, because I don't think nobody has ever, we've seen LeBron post music, but I've never seen him post a music rapping a girl song at all. So I think that's why it took even way more legs. And then she went actually to the Lakers game, and they are actually playing this out in the Lakers arena, and the whole entire team is just turning up to this song. Like Anthony Davis was doing his post-game interview, and he in the back rapping the Glorilla Jones. So like, you can't don't get it twisted. I'm not sitting here saying like Academics, like him posting it on his page isn't significant, but it's not more significant than the Los Angeles Lakers reposting it. It's not more significant than LeBron James doing a workout video to it.
Of course, because it reached more eyes than.
Yeah, of course,
it's everybody's eyes.
Of course, exactly. So, and then I guess so when the LeBron do it, then you see it trickles down to doing the All-Star break. So then you see all the other players that play on other teams, they doing it because LeBron had already did it. So it's just, and that trickles. So I think sometimes we all get caught up in our own little moments where you kind of feeling like I'm the, like the end all be all. But even just like if you've been paying, we've talked about it a couple of times. Here is when, like, even with Joe, when he throwing the shade at Kai, and it's just like, I'm like, Kai kind of like an OD big deal right now. Like, he was all over All-Star Weekend.
Yeah,
but then it's no but to it. No, he was.
But right, but I mean, to the eye of the NBA, I don't think a lot of people, like, just mostly the older people in the NBA who's watching it, you don't really know who he is.
But it don't matter though, because those people don't. At this point in time, if you're that old that you don't even know who he is, 9 times out of 10, you already stuck in your ways regardless. So it don't matter who he is to you. You don't care. Like you see him say, let somebody, our parents age, they don't care. They're not going to no goddamn basketball games or nothing. They're not buying no jerseys, not buying no sneakers. So it don't matter. But I even knew it when we were always watching the dunk contest together. When I sit here and sing, when I seen Jaylen Brown bring him out, I said, it don't even matter. As long as he make the dunk, he know what he's doing, because that is just, guess what? Now, again, when we talking about somebody who got a different reach, well, okay, Kai gonna post this on his page where it's just like, and his audience is just tapped in. Like even before he even played in the All-Star, with Celebrity Game, and Ruby Rose like, oh, go get 30 for me, Kai, whatever. And he didn't get nothing. He got literally 4 points, but it's just him as a character. Like even when they giving Michael Parsons the award and he just all mad, balling his fist, it's just funny because he's a character and you have to appreciate.
You got to know how to use the moment,
and he know how to use the moment.
He did.
No, even you got to think about him. His pregame walk to the stadium was with Steph Curry. Like that's my point. Where it's like sometimes you got to sit here and get out of your own bubble, and then where it come off like where you just a ridiculous hater. If you can't acknowledge somebody walking into, especially another black person walking into this level of celebrity, because I seen somebody on Twitter like, why the NBA analysts keep calling these YouTubers and streamers celebrities? Oh, they are celebrities. If you can get millions of people to watch you on a consistent basis, you are a celebrity. Just because that may not be your form of how you pay attention to people, it don't matter, dog. He literally, dog, he got millions of followers on every platform. He is a celebrity. It don't matter.
It is. I think it's everybody in their own room. Because even like that one year, I think the dude was last year, whatever, the Peloton got popular. The black guy, he was in the Celebrity Game.
You see, I ain't even know that.
Yeah, he was, because he won MVP.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I ain't know that.
I can't remember. Was it the year? What was Quavo? Because Quavo won it.
Quavo didn't play in the All-Star game. They had that was the pandemic year. It was just him, Jack Harlow versus 2 Chainz and Lil Baby.
But I think it was one year he played in. Whatever.
He might have played in it of the year, but I'm talking about the most recent one, like during the when like right out, I guess that.
No, I know you talking about the little 2-on-2.
It was just the 2-on-2 thing. Yeah.
No, it was like I said, it was a Peloton, the instructor, the black guy. They had him out there. So I think, like I said, everybody is in their own room or in their own frame. Because like, who would think? I mean, everybody don't have a Peloton, but you've seen the videos.
Of course,
of that bike person.
Exactly.
And at that time, like I said, he was a hot thing. He was a celeb at that time. Now, whether he's still popular now, at that moment, at that time, he is. And Kai right now, at this moment in time, he is the hottest thing on YouTube or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like streaming wise.
Yeah, he for sure. He is. And I think the sad thing is just to watch how people just be wanting to be in denial about it.
They wouldn't have gave Michael Parsons that invitation. Because he's doing his podcast and all that. That's why they.
No, I mean, no. You got to think about 2 things for sure. One, you got to think about Bleacher Report is in bed with the NBA. His podcast is a Bleacher Report podcast. Mm-hmm. So of course they're gonna sit here. I'm gonna cross promote. Like this is like, all right, we need him on there. Like even if you would have watched the All-Star game on HBO Max, you could have got the alternative analyst where it was Draymond Green.
Taylor
Rooks and Charles Barkley. Where then on the other joint it was Reggie Miller, Kenny. What was it? Reggie Miller,
Kenny, Green,
and Candace Parker. Candace Parker was on it. It was Reggie Miller and Candace Parker was on the game. Yeah, so you could have got, like I said. So it's just different. I don't like, and I guess we can kind of tie 2 birds into 1 stone. Where it's like, I